On this week's show, it's Malik Central. From top plays to the latest mock drafts, we bring you all things Malik Willis as we approach the NFL draft.
We even invited Flames football analyst Joe Yock to the studio for a breakdown of the QB. It all starts right now.
Well, you probably thought you were tuning in to Flames Central, but this week we're going a little bit different. Welcome to Malik Willis Central.
Everything Malik. With the NFL draft less than a week away, we take the opportunity to relive some of the best moments from Willis's career as the Flames QB, get you ready for the draft, and let you know what to expect from him at the next level.
Yeah, and speaking of the next level, where might Malik end up being selected in the draft, and when could he be taken? Let's take a look at what some of the top prognosticators are saying right now. And you take a look at some familiar names. Jordan Reed, friend of the show, he has him going all the way number 2 overall to the Lions. Charles Davis, Malik 𝗠𝗞 𝗖𝗘𝗡𝗧𝗥𝗔𝗟, they both have him going 6th overall to the Panthers. And then Lance Zierlein, he also has him going to the Panthers. He has them trading back in the draft, a real possibility, taking him at number 16. Basically all that to say, it's all over the map. It's anybody's guess where Malik will end up.
It sure is. Well before he was potentially QB1 in the NFL draft, Malik Willis was a huge question mark. Willis transferred to Liberty from Auburn prior to the 2019 season. At that point in his career, he had played no meaningful snaps at the collegiate level. We would sit down with him prior to his first start as a Flame to find out more about his journey and his excitement about getting back on the field.
The first glimpse Liberty Flames fans had of Malik Willis was one they'd like to forget. The then Auburn quarterback slicing his way through LU's defense,
cuts across the goal line,
en route to a 16-yard rushing touchdown. But ultimately, Willis would decide to transfer from the Tigers, and his new college choice would come down to divine intervention.
I seen that Bible verse on my Verse of the Day app on my Bible app, and it was crazy to see. And when I came on my visit, it was up on the indoor, and it shook me, and it just let me know that this was the place I needed to be. And God's not gonna give me these signals and messages for no reason, so I just took it, leap of faith.
After enrolling at Liberty, Willis would apply for an NCAA waiver to play immediately. But right before the Flames' first game of 2019, that waiver was denied.
It's some dark times in that redshirt year because you can't play. You're going out working hard every day. You see your guys on Saturday go out there and balling, and it's just like, dang, I want to be out there.
But the year on the sidelines would turn out to be a blessing.
I wanted that waiver, but at the end of the day, that's not what God wanted for me. And I can see why. I needed it. I matured so much within that year, and it just helped me be a better leader, a better player. It helped me be better spiritually.
We just gotta tighten up, bro. They want us to be the best we could be. We love it. You gotta love it.
I definitely learned to be more vocal.
Come on, JB!
To know how to be more vocal, not just yelling at somebody when something's going wrong.
Money!
And even though COVID-19 has brought uncertainty into the 2020 season, Willis's focus remains unchanged.
So every day I get a chance to wake up, you gotta do something with it regardless of what's going on. Adversity is nothing but a tool, and you gotta use it for your benefit.
Them boys getting beat so bad, they grab it, huh?
And when asked if he's ready to take the field after almost 2 years on the sidelines,
words can't express it. Words can't express it.
And once Willis took the field, it was obvious the Flames had a star in their hands. In his first game against Western Kentucky, Willis would run for a quarterback program record of 168 yards while adding 3 TDs. Then, after leading the Flames past Syracuse for the program's first ever win over an ACC opponent, Willis went off the following week against Southern Miss, tying a Liberty record with 6 touchdown tosses while accounting for 7 total scores. And check it out, 442 yards of offense. And he was just getting warmed up. Against Virginia Tech, Willis rushed for over 100 yards and combined for 4 touchdowns and a program-changing win over the Hokies. In the end, Willis would lead the Flames to a 10-1 record, culminating with a Cure Bowl win over unbeaten Coastal Carolina. In the span of a few months, Willis had put himself and Flames football on the map.
Yeah, Willis quickly went from a question mark heading into 2020 to one of the nation's most highly touted quarterbacks heading into 2021. Just take a look at the preseason accolades sent his way. Willis was a watch list favorite, earning preseason recognition for the Walter Camp Player of the Year Award, the Davey O'Brien National Quarterback Award, the Maxwell Award, which goes to the nation's best player, the Manning Award, and the CFPA National Performer of the Year Award. A lot of attention suddenly being thrown at Malik Willis. So with so much attention being thrown his way, how would Willis handle the new spotlight? Well, his first pass in 2021 was a strike for a 35-yard score, if that tells you anything. While 2021 didn't yield the same success in the win column for the Flames as 2020 did, Willis showed that his first season on the mountain was no fluke. The QB would throw for over 2,800 yards with 27 TDs coming through the air, while rushing for just under 900 yards and 13 additional scores. The man led the nation in missed tackles forced as he proved himself to be one of the most electric dual-threat QBs in the country, leading Liberty to yet another bowl win, this time defeating Eastern Michigan in the Lending Tree Bowl while accounting for 5 total TDs.
After putting up those numbers for 2 straight seasons, it's no surprise that Malik received an invite to the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, an event where elite talent have the opportunity to showcase their skills in front of coaches and scouts from all 32 NFL teams. Willis was named the American team, which was coached by the Detroit Lions. They have the number 2 overall pick. For many, it was the first time they saw Malik Willis play live, and let's just say he did not disappoint in those 3 practices and in that game on Saturday. After listening to what these national media members had to say that week of the Senior Bowl, this was just the beginning of the discussion of Malik Willis as QB1.
Athletic, big arm. I mean, there's a lot of words. It's one of those things where he has all the traits that these NFL teams are looking for.
It's just the combination of the arm strength and then the mobility. Those are some things that really have a lot of people excited about Malik, even when he came with Coach Hugh Freeze over to Liberty. Those were some of the things that everybody was just glowing about him. Through 2 days, I think he's been the most impressive quarterback.
We obviously know he has ability that I don't think any other quarterback in this class has. I mean, his ceiling is as high as almost any other prospect.
You can see he has great arm strength on film, but seeing him here live, the ball just jumps off his hand, and that's what you want to see. But when things go bad, his ability to just get out of the pocket, he just disappear like a ghost. That part to me is so invaluable, especially early in a career in the NFL. When you don't have all the answers, you get to the line, you don't know exactly what a defense is trying to do to you and what they're disguising. And so you've got to have that mobility to get you out of trouble, and he's clearly has that.
He's only been a starting quarterback for 2 years, so I think just the leadership aspect and then the accuracy is something that's improved every year.
I think had you asked me a month ago, I would have said round 2, round 3. I think he's going to be a first-round pick.
I think everyone would be shocked if Malik didn't go in the first round. All right, in the meantime, let's reminisce a little bit looking back at former NFL draft picks for Flames football. There's only been one first-rounder in LU program history. It was tight end Eric Green, who went to the Steelers back in 1990, and that's it until later in the 4th round. Kelvin Edwards went to the Saints in 1986, while Akins in 2014 to the Dolphins. Just a few seasons ago, you may remember receiver AGG went to Washington. And finally, running back Rashad Jennings was drafted by the Jaguars in the 7th round back in 2009.
Yeah, we're all interested to see where Malik goes in the draft, and we're thrilled to be joined now by Liberty football TV analyst Joe Yock. Little Yock talk. We need it. We need a little Yock talk. All right, this time of year, everyone's critiquing the quarterback position going into the draft. Yeah. What can they do? What can't they do? We want to talk about some traits you think he has that will allow him to succeed at the next level. And let's start with one that maybe a lot of people don't think about, and that's Malik Willis in the pocket. You think he's successful in the pocket?
Yeah, if you're going to succeed in the NFL, you better be good in the pocket. And Malik Willis has shown the ability to be able to stand in the pocket. And here's the thing that he does really well. He has excellent footwork, being able to move. His athleticism allows him to move from side to side, be able to step up in the pocket, be able to make the throws that are tough across the middle, the throws to the outside, the throws, the deep balls downfield. He makes all the throws. But also what he does is he's able to step up in the pocket when nothing's there to break down. He runs vertically very well. So his ability to be in the pocket, stand, make the throws, shift, have a feel for the pocket. That's amazing. Have a great feel for the pocket is outstanding, and the NFL scouts love that.
Well, we know they also love the arm strength when in the combine, all of that. That was on on full display. And you've said really from day one, his ability to throw a good deep ball is something that has really allowed him to succeed at Liberty and could in the NFL as well.
Yeah, if you want to succeed in the NFL, you have to be a quarterback who can have explosive plays. There's not a lot of teams that just gradually march the ball down the field. The NFL's defenses are
dinking
really,
and dunking
there's
here.
a lot of, especially in that red zone. So to be able to have that explosive arm, not only does he throw a good deep ball, but he throws it the right way. He has the right trajectory on the ball. He has a good feel for it. He's able to split in between defenders with his deep ball, and then everybody's seeing that arm strength on display. So the accuracy is really good. Once again, NFL loves that.
Now, there may be a transition time for him, certainly, as he gets into the NFL and grows kind of into that game. But one area that I think we all agree on that he should be able to step in right away and succeed is with his legs. Maybe the best athlete, not just the quarterback position, but one of the best athletes in the entire draft.
Well, when the GM and the head coach sit down, right, they say to themselves, okay, what's the first thing we have to do? We got to block Aaron Donald. And we got to block TJ Watt. And then they try to draw it all up. And they realize we can't block Aaron Donald and we can't block TJ Watt. Right? So what they do is say, let's get a quarterback who can extend plays. The front seven and defense in the NFL are ahead of the offensive lines. And he's able to extend plays, but not extend plays only to run, but extend plays to keep his eyes downfield and make great throws. The throw against Virginia Tech, he made himself $1.5 million on that throw versus Virginia Tech. So that is probably his greatest attribute of all the extensional plays.
Yeah, a great athlete, not just extending it, but then getting out and running and creating for himself as well. Well, exciting. We watched him play the last 2 years a lot. Exciting to see what he may be able to do at the next level.
We're on that hype train. Matt Warren's on the hype train. Rhett McGibbon's on the hype train. Emily Austin's on the hype train. It's pulling out. And listen to me now. Its next stop is in the 8th pick to Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta, Georgia. Going back home.
You heard it here first. Yock, appreciate it.
It's Yock talk.
Back over to you.
All aboard the hype train. Glad that I made it on board there. All of those traits Joe just discussed were on full display at the NFL Combine, possibly the biggest stage when it comes to the NFL draft process. And without question, all eyes would be on Malik Willis. Malik would have another opportunity to show NFL teams his ability and athleticism. And guess what? He delivered, wowing those in attendance with his arm strength. Many named him a winner after his Combine workout and felt confident that Willis improved his draft stock once again. But that wouldn't be the last time he impressed those NFL decision makers, right, Matt?
No, you're exactly right. It would all lead up to Liberty's Pro Day, where, no surprise, Malik Willis, the star of the show, with head coaches, GMs, and a plethora of scouts on hand. In front of NFL Network and ESPN cameras, Willis showed all the skills that Liberty fans have seen the last 2 seasons. Athleticism, big-time arm strength. In fact, he showed all of that in a throw that had scouts drooling. 65 yards in the air on a connection with Kevin Shaw. This throw had tens of millions of views on social media, and for good reason. The day turned into a celebration of sorts for Malik, as he did nothing to diminish the buzz around him heading into the draft.
First of all, physically, it was really impressive. You know, watching the ball come out of his hand. Some of the routine throws were impressive, and some of the wow throws were even more impressive. You know, and you could tell from the reaction. I mean, these are like grizzled old football dudes here, and they reacted, especially to some of those deep balls. We just wanted to really confirm what people saw on tape, how strong his arm was, and then we wanted to show some things that they might not have seen throughout the season. His ability to work the progressions, tie his feet through his eyes, and be able to make all the throws that you're required to make in the NFL.
And I was really impressed, just the way he was able to layer the ball to all 3 levels of the field. And everybody knew that Malik had power behind his throws, but I was really impressed with how he was able to distribute and show touch on his throws. I think that was one of the biggest question marks that scouts had coming into the Pro Day.
It was a great exclamation point after a great Senior Bowl week and a great season. I think overall this would be taken as a huge win for him and in the eyes of the NFL evaluators here.
Well, coming up on this special Malik Central episode, we bring you the best of the best, the top 5 plays of Malik Willis's career.
And could Malik be a 2-sport athlete? Find out when he and I hit the legs, coming up next.
It out down the field. Kevin Shaw, the catch. 20, 10, light him up. Skylar Thomas off the deflection. He will score. Touchdown, Liberty.
Get your tickets now at lufootball.com.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do, and getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books, and an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation, where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help get you ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day, your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
Welcome back to this special version of Flames Central. We're calling it Malik Central as we focus on the former Flames quarterback Malik Willis and his path to the NFL draft. Rhett McGibbon joins us now. And Rhett, you've combed through hours and hours of footage to find the top 5 plays from Malik's career.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than people think. You know, you're going through all these plays. There's so many great plays he's had here over his 2 years. I've left some great ones on the cutting room floor, but let's start off here. Number 5, home debut for Malik against FIU.
That's right.
This is a close game in the fourth quarter, 33-28. You get a taste of his speed. A 67-yard run. He just goes on and on, breaks a couple tackles, finally brought down. Liberty would go on to get that insurance field goal. They would take this game by a score of 36-34. But yeah, he gets hit at top speed, able to stay on his feet. Just incredible display there by Malik Willis. All right, play number 4. This is in 2020 versus Southern Miss. Goes down. Okay, check this out. This is counted as a 39-yard touchdown. Really, his feet are on the 47-yard line. Kevin Shaw is in the end zone. That's like a 50-yard strike laser over coverage. Perfect placement there for Malik, and the Flames will go on to win yet again. All right, play number 3. This is against UAB. What a display of strength. We all remember this one. It's like Flight of the Bumblebee. Watch him just buzzing around.
I think it was 10 guys he made miss. The 11th finally got him to the ground.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Flames would take it 36-12. Willis would have 146 yards on the ground with 2 touchdowns. Again, I thought he had baby oil maybe on his arms.
Every guy got a chance.
Everybody's slipping off of him. Absolutely fantastic play. All right, play number 2. This is at Lane Stadium versus Virginia Tech. Personally, this is my absolute favorite play. 4th and 3, Willis would pour gas on the fire. Look at this, and again, the spin move coming out. He tosses a dime to Shaw right on the sidelines. Over coverage again, perfect placement. This would make the game, or eventually Flames would go on to make it 14-3, and we all know they would go on to win this game in dramatic fashion. All right, play number 1 against Middle Tennessee. The most dynamic 2-point conversion in the history of the game.
Ever seen.
Like it just, again, breaking tackles left and right, running up the sidelines. Who's he find? Good guy, Brody Brum. People were going absolutely crazy on this play, and rightfully so. It just made you, I remember sitting there being like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that again. Absolutely incredible.
A lot of buzz in the stadium for those plays. A lot of buzz on social media right now as well. Let's get a little hearsay with EA, shall we?
Oh, guys, the bees are buzzing. We've done plenty of talking on Malik. Let's go to the World Wide Web and see what everyone is saying on the potential QB1 with an all-new hearsay with EA. We start with an awesome highlight reel posted by ESPN. Malik Willis is a magician. Who came up with those words? Of course, it's coming from the voice of the Flames, our very own Matt Warner. Sticking with ESPN, Field Yates posted a great breakdown of Willis, saying Malik offers more upside than any other signal caller in 2022. Be sure to go check that out. And if you've seen some mock drafts say Detroit will take Willis with the #2 overall pick, Doug Kyed of PFF asked scouts and executives around the NFL just how much truth there is to that projection. We saw this in the top place. Senior Bowl executive director Jim Nagy saw it too. He watched Malik play live at UAB, showing the world his escape ability. Like Red said, making 10 defenders miss, just incredible. But how good is Malik at breaking tackles? PFF is glad you asked because they did the homework. Malik had 133 missed tackles since 2020, with Sam Howell pretty far behind in second. Last but not least, Liberty University's alum Sam Ponder sat down with the quarterback as Malik talks about his journey to this moment in the NFL draft. Head over to ESPN and take a listen.
Well, on the field, Malik Willis is a great competitor, trying to make a big play on every play. But off the field, he's a laid-back, fun-loving dude. Prior to this past season, Emily found that out firsthand and also found out about another sport that Willis has come to enjoy as she and the quarterback paid a visit to the driving range.
Malik, when did you start playing?
January.
January of 2021? Malik, what's your favorite club?
One that hits. I mean, if it hits, I really like it. We're just striving for consistency at this point.
And that isn't consistency.
It's either home run or strikeout out here.
Who has put you up to this? Coach Freeze?
No, just trying to, try some new things, get better at some stuff. Well, you went wrong there. You didn't keep your eye on the ball.
I didn't hit the ball.
Exactly.
What intrigues you most about golf?
It's really the little things. It is. It reminds me of football a little bit. You got to know what clubs to use. It's just like you got to know what type of throw you need to throw, how much touch to put on it. Like you don't have to kill the ball every time, just like you don't have to throw it your hardest every time. Why am I so strong and I'm beating up the earth? Sorry, Mother Nature.
Not a lot of guys can do this, but for girls, you just keep your tees up in your hair.
Nope, nope, nope.
Don't put that in your hair?
Nope. That was a good shot for you.
Have you had some time to reflect on last season?
No, I haven't really thought about last season, to be honest. Trying to think about right now and what we're about to try to do. Thinking about practice, I'm really excited. That's why I'm coming out right now, because it's gonna go real quiet. 0 dark 30. We gotta go to work.
One area of your game in football, we don't have enough time to discuss the golf game improvements, that you want to improve on the most in 2021.
Everything.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I do though. I mean, I got a lot to work on. I just want to continue to grow, continue to get better.
Wow.
Oh, dang, that one gone.
Consistency.
Consistency. That's hard to do, I ain't gonna lie.
It's real hard.
Go ahead then, Adam Sandler.
Hi, I'm a hockey player, but I'm here to play golf.
I give up. Oh, I think that's the shortest distance a ball ever went. I don't have enough Gilmore in me. I got a lot of happy.
Multi-sport. Do we need to call the men's golf team at Liberty?
No. Can I get this film actually, so I can get better? That was it.
It's not how you start.
It's about how you finish.
Still to come, Malik Willis shows us that he's more than just an athlete. We delve into the character of the quarterback.
Plus, where will Malik land in the draft? We'll give you our predictions. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Malik Willis is a star on the field. We've made that crystal clear. But this young man is so much more than an athlete. His character off the field might even shine brighter than his talent does on the field, which is why he would be honored with the 2021 Bobby Bowden Award. This trophy is given annually to the college football player who epitomizes a student-athlete of faith and conducts himself as an example in the classroom, on the field, on the campus, and in the community. I'm not sure there is a better award to describe the amazing person who is Malik Willis.
Yeah, when you think about Malik, the person, you think about a spirit of gratitude. You think about someone that puts others before himself. Basically, you think about someone who's a great representative for Liberty University, and that's exactly what he's been for the past 2 years.
In his 2 seasons at Liberty University, Malik Willis established himself as one of the best quarterbacks in the nation.
He is in. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty, Malik Willis.
But while his skills are obvious, it's who the quarterback is and what he believes that sets him apart.
Gotta get a glory to God, man. Another one.
In fact, it was a Bible verse that first confirmed to Willis that he was meant to be a flame.
I seen that Bible verse on my verse of the day app on my Bible app. When I came on my visit, it was up on the indoor, and it shook me, and it just made me, it let me know that this was the place I needed to be, and God's not gonna give me these signals and messages for no reason.
Since then, Willis hasn't been shy about living out his faith, whether it's been spending time with a young lady facing health challenges, or even giving away his own gear to a homeless person at the NFL Combine. Despite all the attention he's received, Willis has consistently chosen to put others above himself.
There's something to this young man, and not just as a player, incredible teammate, incredible humility, service of others matters to him.
I just want to use my platform in a positive way and impact people in that positive way. Just help the people that aren't getting the help they need. Just understanding our platform and our resources and being able to use it to help others.
A focus on helping others and using his platform to point people back to God. These are the characteristics of a young man who has become a champion for Christ.
Whatever you do, do it for the glory of God. I mean, we come to understand what that really means when you start to, open the Bible or start to go to church, and you just understand what he done for us. So it's just up to us to realize that and use whatever platform, whatever we're doing. Oh, I'm in college. Thank you, God. Give the glory to him. Oh, I'm playing football. Thank you, God. Give the glory to him. I feel like that's why I was gifted with the abilities I was gifted with. I got to use them to glorify his name and just impact people in a positive way.
Now, we have enjoyed covering Malik the past couple of years, no doubt about it. All right, finally, quick prediction time. The draft coming up Thursday. Rhett, where's he going?
Yeah, Seattle is going to trade up, take him at 5.
I'm with Joe Yock, the Falcons,
Really?
but they will trade up. They can't get him at 8 because I think he'll be gone.
Trading up, that's the theme. The Steelers trade up, I think, and get him on Thursday night. Can't wait to watch, and we'll all be watching. And we hope you guys will be watching right here next week for another great Plays Central. See you later.